got something transparent, I've got something micro, I've got something brown, I've got something green, and I've got something blue. This is going to be awesome. Hi guys, and welcome. I am Mitch, and this is Unseen Universe. I hope everybody's well. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and joining me for this. This, guys, is going to be awesome. I've really been looking forward to this. I don't know how long I've been waiting to do this rehousing. It's been long overdue, and so I have got two awesome builds lined up. They're going to be bioactive. So basically, I'm going to be rehousing my Pterinopelma sazimai, the Brazilian blue or the iridescent blue tarantulas. They are, I think, sub-adult, the male, and I think the female has like maybe 2 months to go. So they are ready for a nice new enclosure. They also, I think, getting ready to molt, and I think they've just been hanging on a little bit because of the environment that they've been in for a little while. So they needed an upgrade. And what a better way to upgrade than into a nice, lovely bioactive enclosure. I've got one set here. So basically, this is the 20 by 20 by 20 Unseen Universe vivarium. And I'm going to basically do a little planting, put a little planting there, and we're going to make it look nice, a little bit of cork bark, and that's going to be good. And then we're going to put the female in a 30 by 30 by 30. And that is what we are going to do. They're both going to be bioactive. And they're both going to be planted up, bit of cork bark, bit of substrate, and we are way to go. So let's just crack on, shall we? But firstly, I'm going to bring in my good mate, my right-hand man, Gavalar. How's it doing, Gav?
Hey.
It's Gavalar, Impossible Inverts. Don't forget to drop your own links in there, Gav. So basically, Gav is always going to be my right-hand man. He's going to be in the chattersphere looking after you guys while I'm doing all my bit of waffle. And he might even fill in a few gaps because obviously I can't talk 100% of the time, although you know me, I will do my best. So Gav's here to drop a few links. He's going to say some highs and he's going to help me remember that you guys are here. Who have we got in the chat, Gav?
Got Greg.
How's it doing, Greg? We've got
Jay from the Spider King.
Jay, Spider King. We've got Jeremy's in the house. Obviously, we've got Stephanie, my hall monitor. There she is. How you doing, Steph? Who else have we got? I think that might be it. Who else is in? Yeah, that's all that's in the chat. But there are a few other people here. So if you are here and you are just not chatting, that is perfectly fine, guys. You are more than welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So if it's your first time here, this is what it's all about. I basically do mostly just live streams. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and click the likes and all that good stuff if you like what you see. I basically do live streaming all the way now, folks. So it's raw, it's bolts and all. So there's going to be a few, little mistakes here and there, but that's all good. That's what live streaming's all about. And we just need to get cracking. So, everybody's all right. Mark Northern White's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see
Mark.
you. So, there you go. I think Gav's going to keep an eye on the chat, make sure that we all stay connected, because obviously I'm just going to be doing my thing. So, basically, I'm going to do the male first. I'm putting the male in the smaller 20 by 20 by 20. This is the Unseen Universe enclosure. Right, Gav, I'm going to minimize you, matey boy.
I was going to say.
Let's get Gav minimized. There he is. He's always there, though. Going to keep his little face in the shots like we always like to do. and we'll bring the top screen in. So we've got the big fish in the sky doing the looking. So there you go. We've always got that on hand. So there you go. Unseen Universe enclosure, top opening door, front opening door. Da, da, da. There you go, guys. There you go. So we are ready. Okay, so it's going to be bioactive. I'm just going to move the sazimai.
Don't want to be sending that off.
Anything could happen. Don't want to knock him flying. So let's get started. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to add, because it's going to be bioactive. So basically, these Pterinopelma sazimai basically come from the eastern coast of Brazil. Now they suffer all kinds of weather conditions. I think in the summer it's very hot, and in the winter it's pretty damn cold too. So, but they also have very long periods of intense rainfall. So it's very, very wet from time to time. And then in the summer, it's very, very dry. So basically, the sazimai are one tough cookie. They can adapt to all manner of environments. So a lot of people there's a little bit of a debate about what's the best conditions. I think basically, from what I can gather, the best thing to do is to provide a relatively deep substrate, because they do like to burrow. They're not necessarily fossorial. They are classed as terrestrial, but opportunistic burrowers, as you well know. So we want to give them the opportunity to burrow if they can. So I'm going to be putting about a third substrate about there, and I'm going to bank it up. I'm going to make it a little bit higher at the back. And I'm going to be planting some plants. So basically, I'm going to start off by putting in a little drainage area. So in the bottom of here, I've put the cling film, like I said I was going to do, Gav. So this is not a sealed enclosure, but I'm remedying that by just putting a layer of cling film down there just to seal it all in the bottom, because I'm not going to make it rain in there and just have it completely sodden. I'm going to put enough substrate in so that there is going to be a drainage layer, but I'm never going to make it completely wet. I'm going to have part of it where the plant is. That's going to be quite moist and relatively high humidity a lot of the time. And then in other parts, I'm going to have the cork bark hide, and I'm going to keep that, dry at the top, and then just obviously just make sure it doesn't get too dry out down at the bottom. So I'm just going to go with that, and we'll see how it goes. So let's just get cracking. I have got my pebbles. Here we go. Tim's in the house. How's it going, Tim? All right, buddy. Glad you could.
Andy's in the house as well.
Who is?
Andy. Hello.
Andy's in the house. Oh, like we've got Adam as well. Right, so here we go, guys. We're going to start off with a little bit of a drainage layer. Is Adam being rude already?
Yeah.
Adam, you're a good lad. I can always rely on you, man, to make some toilet jokes. I haven't read what you've said, but I'm sure it is good. Okay, we're not going to put too much in there. Just a nice 1 to 1.5 layers of pebbles. Okay. Claire's in the house. How you doing, Claire? Stuart is in the house. How you doing, guys? Thanks for joining me. So, I've just put the pebbles down for the drainage layer. I now have some mesh. Remember the mesh this time, Gav?
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on. Put that mesh in there. That basically, the mesh is just to stop the substrate from falling through and falling down in between all the pebbles and getting all that gooey and horrible and stuff. So it'll make sure that the drainage layer remains in a state whereby it can continue to do its job, which is obviously be a drainage layer. I think I've made that a bit too big, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to shove it down the sides. So there we go. Yay, mesh, way mesh. Yeah, there you go. I remembered the mesh this time, Adam. Right, got that mesh down there.
I think it works at an advantage to have it slightly larger anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I just don't want it ruining the look by having it up at the sides and stuff. But I think once everything's in, nobody cares. So I've got a little bit of rainforest floor type stuff. This has got all sorts of cork bark and wood chippings and all kinds of stuff. I did read that the plants do benefit from having a layer of this between the drainage layer and the substrate.
Just add them. I'm just starring them all for you.
All right, okay. You can read them out to me out loud if you want as well, so I can enjoy them like in the moment.
Yeah. His latest one is larger does help with earlier said problem.
There you go. Thanks, Adam.
Greg
Adam
says he
Bolger.
needs to start doing some bioactives.
Who said that?
Greg.
Yeah.
He just worries because he don't know much about plants.
Yeah, well, me neither. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm doing bioactive, ergo I know a lot about plants, because I'll tell you something, I know absolutely zero. I know the absolute basic, bare minimum. Honestly, I'm actually, I don't know much at all about plants, so I'm going to learn. You guys are going to learn, and we're all going to learn, and it's going to be awesome. So there you go. I am going to. So that's it. We've got that. I'm now going to put my substrate in. So for the substrate, I've got a lovely mix. No, that's me. That's my springtails. We'll talk about that in a minute. So substrates. I think everybody says the same about substrate. You know, obviously, cocoa fiber is a great filler, but it's no use as a single substrate, especially if you're planting plants. Mainly because it's got nothing in it. You know, it's it's cocoa fiber. It does what it says on the tin, so it's got nothing in it. But it's a good filler. So basically, my substrate mix is a mixture of potting compost. So that's got all the nutrients and everything in it that the plant needs, all the minerals and nutrients. I've also got vermiculite, which not only has antibacterial properties, antifungal properties, but it also makes a good spacer in that it provides space in between the soil. It prevents the soil from clogging up together and just becoming a compacted mass, so that eventually no water can penetrate it. What the vermiculite does, it expands with water, so it retains water, which is obviously really good for plants which enjoy a little bit of water retention. But also, it provides gaps and spaces in between the soil to prevent it from clumping up and causing you all kinds of problems with regards to just the soil becoming stagnant, stale, then it'll start getting mouldy, you know, and just all that stuff. So vermiculite, I love vermiculite. It's a quality thing. I think there's no harm in using it for just about everything, really. What say you, Gav?
Penetrate.
All right. I'm glad to see you guys are getting as much out of this build as I am. So what else is in here? I've got. Oh yeah. So I filled it up. It's about 40% cocoa fiber as well, just to fill it out. Because obviously, if you're just going to put potting compost in there, it's going to get quite expensive after a while when you start doing full bioactives for everything. So there we go. We're building that up nicely. Can you see that all right, Gab? You guys?
Yeah. Tim suggested that Ficus pumula or pumula and pothos are about the easiest and most forgiving. Easiest to propagate
Oh,
too.
okay.
But I seen he put a video on the other day. I think we're at an LP in a bioactive.
I haven't seen that yet.
Really,
so,
yeah, it looked like it was thriving.
Oh yeah. Actually, I did see that. Yes, sorry, I did see that. I know what happened. I started watching it, and then Arthur grabbed my phone or something. I can't remember now. But I need to have a look at that. Didn't he have a Fern in that as well? Did he have a Were they a fern in that as well?
It had
You
like
had
a
a fern in there,
palm
didn't you?
type thing.
Yeah. So right, so we've built that up quite nicely. I've got about so at the front I've got about 2 to 3 inches, and at the back I'm going to build it up a little bit more. But I'm gonna think about planting up now. So I've basically got just pat that down a little bit. I'm just gonna put that at the back, at the left, on the left hand side. I'm just gonna create a nice little hole for that. Yes, I did say create a nice little hole.
I beat you to it, Adam.
Anyway, Adam Collinson has just messaged me to say he can't chat, but he is in the chat, so he's watching. Adam, good to have you here, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, fantastic. There's probably a reason why you can't chat. It's probably because you don't have a YouTube. You've not signed into a YouTube account. I think that's the reason why people can't chat, isn't it, Gav?
What's that?
Adam, a guy I know, he's just messaged me to say he's watching, but he can't type in the chat. I think that's because he's not got a.
No, sometimes there's two speech bubbles, and sometimes you have to double tap it.
Okay.
On YouTube itself.
There you go. Just do a quick Google, Adam, find out what the problem is, mate.
Tim said it were a dwarf palm and several moss-covered logs that he'd found foraging in local woods.
Oh, right, cool.
It does look cool though.
Yeah, it does, and it's gonna. I should have used some of those moss-covered. Like, I just didn't have time to sort those. You know, those new cork bark we got. So, anyway,
Jay, they're not on the website yet.
No, they're not. I've only just got them all in the shed, so yeah, it's going to be a little while yet. Basically, I think this is a smaller version of this, which is this is the bigger one I'm putting in the 30 by 30 by 30, and this is a crispy wave fern. And I think this is just a smaller version. It's just starting to get the little crispy waves coming on at the end there. Look, you can just see them. So yeah. So basically, I'm going to plant this one in the. Just going to crumble a little bit of the edges just to release some of the roots. I think it's already too big. So these crispy wave ferns, apparently they do like low light conditions. That's why I thought it'd be quite good for this, because obviously I'm not really. I will provide external light as and when need be, but I'm not going to worry too much about it, because the shed does get a reasonable amount of light. So there you go. That's lovely. That is. I think our Saz is going to love it in there, man. Are they still being rude to each other?
No. They're just talking about the enclosures.
Oh, okay. Oh man, you should see the 30 by 30 by 30. It's a right beast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Greg, they'll be available at the shows.
Yeah, I'll have them at the shows. I just haven't got time. If I get time next week, the problem is I've got no photos or anything yet. But I think I'm just going to get photos of these bioactive ones that I've made and put them up. As soon as I've got the photos sorted, guys, they'll be on the website, because I've got them all now. I've got all manner of sizes and all sorts, guys. Honestly, it's dead exciting. So there we go, planted. Just need to put a little bit more substrate in there. But that, I mean, it's, to be honest, it's a bit big. It's a little bit big. But there you go, guys. Look at that.
Yeah, but you'll see some of the bigger leaves will start to die back
Yeah,
before
yeah,
it starts
yeah.
growing again, and that's when you get all the smaller shoots that'll come through. It should just push out a bit more.
There we go,
Instead of
guys.
being
Look at that.
so
Looks
high.
all right, doesn't it? So,
Yes, Greg.
I'm happy with that. Open that up and everything just springs out. Leave the lid shut. Right, that's that one planted. I'm going to put the springtails in. So we, of course, it can't be bioactive, fully bioactive, unless you've got a cleanup crew, custodians in the substrate. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got my base layer of substrate. Now I'm going to add a little bit of I've got a little bit of millipede mix here, so it's a lovely concoction. It's just a little bit of extra boost to get the little critters going. So I'm just adding regular springtails in here and dwarf white wood lice. So I'm just going to put a little bit of leaf litter in there.
You want to answer that?
I mean, I'm going to say yes.
You've got plans, haven't you?
I have got plans. I don't want to give too much away, but I do have some builds coming up. I am planning on doing a desert bioactive pretty soon, and I'm basically going to be using some small cactus and cacti and succulents in that. So watch out for that, guys. That's going to be really, really exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, succulents. They're really hardy, aren't they? So I don't see any reason why, as long as you're providing them with the right heat and light, there's no reason why they won't thrive, really. Right. What I'm going to do now is where are my, what did I do with that? Oh yeah, there we go. So I've got a big tub of springtails and dwarf white wood lice going on in here. You're lovely, lovely, lovely. I've got a nice, lovely culture there going, and of course, the dwarf whites and the springtails came from my good friend. Don't think you can see that. There you go, Exotic Empire. Exotic Empire. That's Tom at Exotic Empire. There we go. Look. Check him out. Gav's going to drop a link in the chat at some point. But there you go. If you're not aware of Tom, he's an awesome guy. Really, really, really loves the hobby. He's in there doing all he can. Honestly, this guy will sort you out. Tom's a really good guy. He's a good friend of mine and Gav's. And he's such a good guy. Exotic Empire. So if you're not aware of Tom Marsh, Exotic Empire, go check him out. He does all things creepy crawlies. He does springtails. He does cleanup crews, dwarf whites, all that stuff. He's also got some red springtails. If you saw my previous video with the banana bioactive, you'll have seen the red springtails. I don't know if he's got any for sale right now, but keep an eye on those, man. They are absolutely stunning. I know he's got absolutely tons of species of isopods. Honestly, he's got absolutely loads now. Probably like 30 more species of isopods. All the usual stuff, all the regular stuff, but he's also got a whole bunch of really, really, really desirable stuff as well. So keep an eye out. I know he's got some scorpions breeding as well. He's doing all kinds of things. So that's Tom Marsh. Tom over at Exotic Empire. Go check him out. Honestly, he's amazing. That's where I get my stuff from. That's where I'm getting my custodians. It's where I'm getting my isopods. It's where I'm getting all kinds of things. So, speaking of isopods, now if you saw my previous banana bioactive, you'll have seen that I put those panda kings in there as well, the Cubaris species. Now that was fine for the enclosure that I was doing at that time for what was going in there, but I did think about isopods and whether or not you can put isopods in with tarantulas. I don't know what your thoughts are on that on Gav. But
species dependent with the
it's very
isopods.
dependent upon the species. I think obviously there are there are concerns about isopods interfering with, when the tarantulas go into molt and all those sorts of things. There are concerns, but again, I think if you do your research, think long and hard about which species of tarantula you considering to do a full bioactive with the isopods. You should be okay as long as you know, really look into what it is that you want to do and have a think
You want
about
to be aiming for a species that's less protein dependent.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. A species that's less protein dependent, therefore they're less likely to have a go at your tarantula, basically. Because obviously the last thing you want when your tarantula's laid on its back for several hours, trying to molt, is a bunch of isopods kind of thinking it's chow time. So obviously you've got to think long and hard about that. So right. Anyway, suffice to say, I decided I wasn't going to add a springtail, a isopod species to these bioactives, mainly because I didn't have time to really do some proper thought, proper thinking and research about it. So, if it's something that you've done, or if it's something that you're considering doing and you've read all about it and you know all about it, please in the comments on the video. So if you're watching this in the rerun and you've got information or experience regarding isopods with tarantulas in a bioactive enclosure altogether, bring it up, mention it in the comments, drop me some comments, tell me all about it. We'll have a chat because I'd love to learn more about that sort of scenario as well. So let's do that. Right, guys, I've added some springtails, just enough to get them going in here. I think that will do. I think that will do. Got the lovely white, dwarf white woodlice and springtails. I think that'll do. Right, I'm happy with that. I am happy. So, let's quickly sum up what we've got going on in here. We've got the crispy wave fern all planted and ready to go. We have got the lovely substrate. We've got some millipede leaf litter and all sorts of little bits of rotting wood and stuff in there. That's good. That'll really get the custodian colonies going. And we've got the springtails and dwarf white woodlice. Okay. That now is fully bioactive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the final thing that I want to do now is basically I want to put a piece of cork bark on this side for the tea, and that is what we are going to do. What's Jeremy saying about it, dude?
I had it up on screen a minute ago.
Oh, sorry, you're gonna have to read them out to me, man, because I can't read them.
You were middle of talking. He says, to be honest, in my opinion, the only good isopods that have the least amount of risk with isopods are the dwarf purple and whites. They'll stay in substrate most of the time and won't bother.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with that. If you want to play it safe and you don't want to risk it, if that's your bag, honestly, I'm not going to debate that with you, Jeremy. That's very sensible. I personally, at this stage, that's kind of how I feel. I think until I learn more and somebody teaches me more or I have more experience, I'm probably going to avoid putting isopods or bigger isopods like macro isopods in with my teas. So, okay.
Catch you later, Adam.
I know, Adam. I know you like the love, man. I actually was planning on sending you a message just recently, but then you had the whole live stream going on. So I thought I'd leave it and say hi in the stream. Anyway, Adam, if you've got to go, thanks so much for tuning in, man. Honestly, it's always a pleasure, even though you just say rude things all the time. But that's why we love you, man. That is why we love Adam, because he's a charming. I know he's Scottish, and I know he's a bit rude sometimes, but we're not going to hold that against him, man.
The innuendo wizard.
Yeah, the innuendo Scottish wizard. So there you go. We'll come up with a nice name for you, man. We'll come up with a nice name. Something like the Highland Innuendo Wizard or something like that. I don't know. There you go, mate. Anyway, Adam, thanks for coming, my friend. I'll see you later, buddy. I'll hit you up with a message very, very soon, man. Don't worry. We'll have a chat. And I'm going to get you on one of my streams, man. I'm going to get him on one of my streams one night, and we'll have a laugh and we'll have a chat, and we can just be rude to each other. We'll just have an X-rated private stream for us late at night where me and Adam just go head to head and just abuse each other the whole time.
He said you say the rude things, he just repeats them.
I don't say anything rude, man. I'm not like that. You ask the missus. You see the top I'm wearing? I'm only allowed to wear that when I'm in the shed. So I'm just gonna spray the enclosure, because obviously anybody who knows anything about planting plants, the first thing you have to make sure you do is give them a nice little bit of water. There is a relatively nice amount of humidity and moisture in the soil already, but obviously it's freshly planted. I'm gonna hit it up with some water. So look what I got, Gav.
Oh, did you get one?
It's my water wand.
It makes life so much easier.
I know. I just hope I've not got it. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say I've probably got it turned up too much. It just blow all the substrate right up to the back of the. There we go. I'm just going to give it a nice dousing with water, because that is what you do when you plant plants. There you go.
Greg, if you just drop Mitch a message, I'm sure he'll be able to tell you. Okay.
I'll be honest, Greg, I haven't... night. Adam, see you later, buddy. Right, yes, Greg, I'll be honest, mate, I haven't worked up prices yet. I promise I'll have it all sorted by next week. I just haven't had time. It's taken me till now to get them all organised and sorted, because there's so many to sort out. So I'm just giving this plant a really, really good dousing with water. Don't want to put too much in there, because I've no idea how the old plastic is going to hold up.
Yeah. See, it'll only come out until the soil starts absorbing it.
Yeah, well, I think what I need to do is, like we talked about, I just need to make sure, because these enclosures aren't sealed, and even though I have put some cling film down and I've just curled it up at the corners to make sure that so it's all sealed. I think the best thing to do with a situation like this is, if you don't want water to be pouring out, just don't let your substrate dry out. Just don't let the soil dry out, because then it gets compact and it doesn't absorb the water, and then water just runs off down the sides, and that's when you get all the water coming out. You basically just give it a little bit of a spray, maybe every day, or at least every couple of days, and just make sure that you don't let it dry out. Yeah, just stay on top of it.
Evening,
Andy. How you doing, Andy? Well, I've nearly finished this first build, dude. What do you reckon? Full bioactive in there, baby. So what we're going to do is we're going to just get rid of that. I'm going to add a piece of cork bar. Oh, hang on. I've got a little bit of moss I want to add. Just down one side, because the aim here is because the Pterinopelma sazimai, like I was saying earlier, they come from a region of Brazil whereby they have intense rainfall, then intense dry and heat, and there's a whole fluctuation of intensities of environmental conditions. So what I want to do is I want to provide an area that's a little bit moist. So in and around the plant and on this left-hand side, I'm going to create a slightly more humid environment. So I'm going to put a little bit of moss, sphagnum moss in there. Lovely, lovely, lovely green sphagnum moss that my good friend Gav brought over for me. So I'm going to put that just around the base of the plant, and on this left-hand side. So all this left-hand side is basically going to be kept nice and humid, and then on the right-hand side, I'm going to put the cork bark, and I'm going to make sure that the it's not going to be like dry, bone dry, but it's going to be relatively dry. So, well, from what I can gather, from my experience I've seen of other people, It's like Tom from Tom's Big Spiders. He was saying that he kept his sazimai at one stage in a really big enclosure, and he had a dry spot and a wet spot. Well, not wet, but higher humidity spot.
Yeah.
And he said that they just didn't seem to have any preference, really. So, I think that's the beauty of the sazimai, isn't it? They're just very forgiving,
With that adaptability, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. You've got that.
So obviously in wild they have the heavy flash flood seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
And it'll just adapt to it.
Yeah. Right, there you go. So basically, that's starting to look really nice now. I'm chuffed with that. Chuffed with that, guys. Look at that.
That's that.
Bit strong with that extra magnet on the front now, but it's what it needs.
Yeah,
there you go, guys. Look at that. That looks all right, doesn't it? Nice bit of moss at the front and around the plant.
Evening
Francis in
side
the
X.
house. Are you dropping some links to these guys, these tubers, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, good man, good man.
They're on my list.
They're on your list. So all you YouTubers out there and all you people with web pages and all that good stuff, Gav, my good mate Gav, is going to drop in some links, give you all guys some shout outs. So if there's anybody in the chat who isn't aware of some of the other guys who are in the chat who also have YouTube channels and websites and Facebook pages, Instagram pages, all that good stuff, Gav's going to, if you're in the chat and you're speaking, Gav's going to drop in some links if he knows that you've got some stuff going on. He's going to do that for me because we're trying to spread the word, guys. We're trying to spread the word. So there we go. We've got Andy's YouTube channel, Spiders. We've got a link in the chat there. If you're not already subscribing to Andy, Spiders, get over there. He posts usually every week or so. Some really nice content right there. So honestly, it's I like listening to Andy. He's got that nice, calm, mild-mannered kind of speaking going on, hasn't he? I like to watch Andy's videos on a Sunday morning when I'm relaxing. So keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Right then. I'm going to find a nice piece of cork bark. I think that might do because I don't want it to be too big. So just bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to find a nice piece of cork bark. I think that might do it. You know what? I think I might put a little bit more substrate in there. Just a little bit more, just to build it up a little bit more at the back. Because I don't know, like I was saying, these sazimai are what's classed as opportunistic burrowers. So even though they might not burrow at all, given the opportunity, now and again they might just want to, and you have to make sure that you provide an environment which allows them to do that, if that's what they want. There we go. Raised it up a little bit more now at the back. I'm quite happy with that. Right. So, Shona's in the house. I think we've got some feedback.
Shona.
Right. Let's see if I've got a smaller piece of cork bark. I feel like that's just a little tad too big. Right, there we go. That's better.
No worries, Side X. He said he'll be more active in the chat once he's on.
It's all right, dude. Don't worry. By the way this is going, it's taken nearly an hour to get this one going. It's going to be another hour, but don't worry. You might just be in time to get the bigger one going. Because I'm going to rehouse the What do you reckon? Should I rehouse the male in this, Gav? Do you reckon when this is done and then start fresh with the big one, or just rehouse the two at the end? What do you reckon?
I don't know. What did the chat think?
So when this is finished, what do you reckon, guys? Shall I rehouse the male in this straight away before we move on to the larger enclosure, which is for the female, or shall we do both the enclosures first and then rehouse both the male and the female together right at the end? It's up to you. I don't mind. I guess I'm just thinking about doing a rehousing before some people have to leave, sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe just rehouse the male now and then.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Right, so I'm basically bedding this piece of corkbark in there. I'm gonna I'm not creating a hole as such. I'm creating more of an indentation in the soil. Just patting it down a little bit. But this, to be honest, this corkbark's not as it's not as curly as I would have liked. Like it's not as I'm just wondering if this piece might be better. I think I found a better piece. I think that's better. Right, so just bear with me, guys. I'm just getting the corkbark right. That's better.
Did anybody in the chat go to the invert show at Taunton?
Yeah, the Southwest Invert Show. Who went there, guys? Right, there we go.
And what critters did you get, if any?
I think I'm happy with that.
Looks good.
I just hope the mail just don't destroy it, because I'll be annoyed. Right, guys, there we go. I've got it's in. Corkbark, look. I put the hide in, look.
Now, if it behaves like the Huahine,
Yeah.
then it won't destroy it and it'll use that little indentation.
That's the plan.
So, Greg, we're working with Bugfest.
Oh, yeah.
And Jay says he can't tell because it's for an upcoming video, which is fair enough.
Ooh, that'll be exciting. Right, there you go. So there's a little top view. So there's the top view, guys. There you go. So got the lovely plant planted. There's the corkbark. Just there. I'm happy with that. I'm just wondering if I need to put any more soil in, but I think it's all right. I think it's spot on. So there we go. And then you can see the front. So yeah, basically all I've done is I've put a piece of corkbark in and just made a little starter burrow for it to go straight in there if that's what he wants to do. So there you go, done. I'm happy with that. Very nice. I'm just going to wet that. I'm just going to wet that moss a little bit more, and I'm happy with that.
That'll be good, that Jeremy. He's hoping to be at the Northern Invert Show.
Yeah. Oh, good. Where is Jeremy based anyway? Where does Jeremy live? You don't have to give us the exact address, Jeremy.
I can tell you roughly whereabouts in a second. I sent him a note today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Hertfordshire.
Of course he does. Hertfordshire. I used to live at Hertfordshire, man. I did a placement year at when I was at university at Hertfordshire. I was at Welling Garden City. That's where I was. Right, there we go. It's done.
Cool. We'll get to meet Andy as well from Spider because he's going to
Oh,
Barnsley.
awesome. Right, just gonna have a drink, and then we'll get the old spider out. Hey, we've got 15 people in the on the stream, dude. That's pretty good for a weekday stream.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Woo!
Jeremy, what do you mean? Of course I am.
Don't be offended, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I'm only messing, my friend. I'm only messing. It's basically it's meant in the positive sense. Honestly, trust me.
Like me personally, I'd have thought it on the because he's well spoken.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I meant. He's well spoken. You know, he seems like a very nice young man. He's obviously got very nice parents. Comes from a solid background. You know, not like us, Gav.
Yeah. Doesn't speak like us.
You don't speak like us. No, we're not knocking you for it, Jeremy. Honestly, mate, it's nice. It's nice. So, but do you know what, Jeremy? Take it as a compliment, man, because we wouldn't give you stick if we didn't like you, man. Honestly, if we didn't like you, we wouldn't take the Mickey.
No,
So.
Jeremy's the future of
He is.
this hobby.
He
Really
is, but
is.
not while I'm still alive. Right, you know what I've not done? I've not sorted out the how I'm going to do this either. You know, how I said I was going to sort out how I was going to be able to tip it up. So I'm going to put down a little tea towel, little tea towel. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the overhead cam. That's how we're going to do the stream. That's how we're going to do the.
Indeed, he is. Sidex will be having his first ever traders table. So people will be able to purchase from him.
Right, guys. So basically, all I wanted to do was tip it up so you can kind of see the rehouse. I just need something a bit smaller than that. There we go. Perfect. So I'm basically going to rehouse the male now. That's the female.
You should be all right, Greg. If you just keep them warm, they should be okay. Probably add some more water or whatever. But if you keep them warm, they should be all right for an extra day.
Gonna have to be a big one, I think. So there's the male look.
Yeah.
There he is. That's the male. Pterinopelma sazimai. So if you were hoping to see a gorgeous iridescent blue, I'm sorry to disappoint, but we reckon that this boy is ready to molt soon.
I did so.
So the iridescent, beautiful blue that you usually see when you do a Google search is usually either photoshopped or it's basically only just malted. So the blues only really come out. They only really pop properly when they've just malted. So this guy, as you can see, he is he's very dark, very blue. He's very black and grey, and he's not very blue at all. So basically, I think he's getting ready to molt. I think we might see some blues, you know, when we get Criticam on him. We might see some blues once we get a better light situation sorted. Yeah, he wasn't happy about that.
I told you he was grumpy.
He's very grumpy. He's not very happy at all, actually. And I just realised I don't have a card available, so I'm going to have to use a. I'm going to have to use one of my play your cards right cards. So he's not very happy. So we're just going to bring him over a little bit. There we go. Just getting a bit of feedback from whatever it is you've got going on at your end, Gav.
No.
Okay.
There's only camera running.
So there he is anyway. He's in there. Just need to get my brush.
It is coming through from somewhere though.
Yeah. I'm not sure where. Anyway. So I'm going to leave that card there.
Excuse me.
I'm just going to invite him to come down. There we go. Just turn him around a little bit. There we go. Just turn around.
It's mad that interference.
Yeah, I don't know where it's. Are you sure you've not got anything else switched on?
There's no open. I've got no other windows open.
There we go. Go in, nice and steady. Nice and steady. In you go, my friend. There we go. He's in. He is in. There you can see him, guys. There he is, look. So, there we go. The male. Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from, Gav.
If I mute my mic, I can still hear it.
There he is, look. Lovely. So, I think we should just crack on with the next one. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. I'll get Criticam out, guys, if later on at the end, once we've rehoused them both, I think, because we've got quite a big build to do next. There he is, guys. Anyway, he's in there. That went well. Beautiful. So, there you go. The male is in. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's all gone well so far. Let's not count our chickens. Right. Okay. That one went well, didn't it, guys? That went really, really well. The male was very calm. He was a bit, he was a little bit jumpy to begin with, but when I put the catch cup over him, but then again, if somebody put a massive plastic cup over my head and tried to get me and put me inside a little cup, I think I would probably be quite skittish too. So I think we can forgive the little guy for that, can't we? So, right then, there you go, guys. That is spot on. I'm happy with that. That one is done. So we're going to move right on to the next one. We've got a huge build to do next. So there you go, guys. What do you reckon? I think he loves it in there. Just have a little clean up. There you go. What is that? Sorry, guys, but I'm getting a little bit of feedback and it's doing me head in now. Part of me wants to just double check something.
Sounds like hardcore punk playing.
Yeah, that's why I thought you had something going in the background. Like, is it coming through your phone, or have you got? No. You've not got like it open on your phone or anything like that, have you?
No.
All right, I'll stop blaming you then. There you go, guys.
I even doubted myself and I closed everything down.
There you go, guys. The first one is done. The male is in. He's actually just chilling out on that wet moss. I'm just wondering if he's quite enjoying that little bit of humidity that's going on in there, because you know what conditions he was in beforehand, Gav. He probably didn't have much.
It wouldn't surprise me if it molts over the next couple of days.
Yeah, I just hope I've left him enough room. I think they have. There's
plenty of room there.
There's plenty of room at the front. So there you go, guys. I know I keep showing it you. Let's just crack on, shall we, with the next one. I keep showing it you because I'm really, really happy with that. Right. I'm just gonna move in. I'm just gonna make a bit of space. I'm gonna move him up here so we can all see him. There we go. Pride of place in the background with everybody else. Can't really see him that well, but I know what we'll do. There we go. There he is.
I can see him now.
Right, guys, it's time for build number 2. Let's just crack on, shall we? That one's taken an hour. Okay, so here we go. Build number 2. Woo! Check it out.
Beast.
Check it out. So here we go, guys. This is the second of the enclosures. This is the new size of the Unseen Universe double door. Again, like before, we've got the opening top. Huge opening top. Nice big space. Look at that.
That's a beast, is that? I like that.
Got that, and then again, as before, we've got the front opening top, front opening door.
And that's 30 by 30 by 30.
30 by 30 by 30, just the same size as your Exoterra's 30 by 30 by 30. There you go, guys. Look at that. Woo. Front opening door. Right. So basically, I'm going to set this up pretty much exactly the same as I just set up the male. But obviously, this is for the female, so I decided to make it larger. Mainly because, obviously, this is the enclosure that I'm going to breed them in eventually. So we decided to give them a larger enclosure. So there you go. Nice, isn't it? Nice.
Yes.
Woo. Woo. Okay, let's crack on. Basically, I'm just going to do exactly the same. So what I've done is because, basically, because this acrylic's thicker, got no worries at all about this sagging in the corner. So I've put down at the bottom and just like covered the corners, because obviously it's going to be a bioactive. I want to keep the plants obviously nice and hydrated. So there is going to be a drainage layer. So I just wanted to make sure that there was just to make sure that it didn't leak out too much and stuff like that. No, I actually don't think it will. But this was just a precaution, really. So I'm going to put some again, like before. I'm going to put a drainage layer in. Yeah. Totally dirtied up all my lovely enclosure.
It's some sort of anti-static thing on it while you're building, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's going to take a little bit out. I mean, I should have washed them beforehand, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Catch you later, Shona.
See you, Shona. Thanks for tuning in. Right. There we go. Got my drainage layer. Okay, so we're going to put the layer of forest floor, bark and chippings and all that good stuff. Look at that. See, we've got front and top opening. Perfect. Oh, I've done it again, Gav.
Extra nutrients for drainage layer.
Where is it? Where's the mesh? Done it again. I forgot to put my mesh in. Damn it.
Strike that. Reverse. Rewind.
Rewind. Strike that. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know what I've done with my mesh. That's why I forgot it, because I've put it somewhere and I've lost it.
See you later, Stuart. Thanks for tuning in.
Right, bear with me, guys, because I can't find my mesh. There it is. Put my mesh down. Again, I've forgotten to put my mesh down first. What an idiot. It's fine. There we go. We've got the mesh down. It's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. And now we want the soil substrate. So if you've only just tuned in, this is the second build. This is the larger build for the female. And what we're doing a full bioactive. We've already done one. This is the second one. We're basically layering up now the substrate layers. We've got the drainage layer down. We have got the we've got the mesh down. Then on top of that, we've got some forest floor, wood chippings, lots and lots of lovely bark chippings and all that good stuff. And then we've got, now we're building up the substrates. This is basically a concoction of my own doing. This is cocoa fiber, about 40%. We've got potting soil with all the good stuff, the nutrients and the minerals and everything that the plant needs. It's also got vermiculite. As I was saying before, vermiculite is not only good because it's got antifungal properties, but it also retains water really, really well, and then it expands. And what that does is it creates space in between the soil. Stops the soil from clumping together, going all funny, and basically just is just a really good all-round spacer for the overall substrate. And that's it. Right, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. Get me old brush. Right. Let's just give it a quick clean.
Hey, welcome back, Sidex.
You missed the first rehousing, dude. But not to fear, we're just building up the second one now. So there we go. We've got the substrate. I'm going to put more in at the back, but first I'm going to plant this plant. I think actually I'll do that first, and then build it up a bit more at the back. So basically, I'm going to set this up pretty much exactly the same as I did the first one. So if you weren't here for the first one, what I did was I created a more humid side down one side. I planted the plant in the bottom corner on the left-hand side, and planted some moss, and that's going to be like the more humid side of the enclosure. And then basically on the right-hand side, I'm going to put the cork bark and going to keep that relatively dry. Not completely bone dry, but it's going to be a lot drier than the other side. And the main reason for that is because obviously, as I was saying earlier, these Pterinopelma sazimai, they are from the eastern, certain regions of East Brazil, and they have like a whole mixed bag of environmental conditions. So in the summer, it's really, really hot and dry. In the winter, it's really, really cold. But then they also have a really, really heavy rain period where it basically rains for England. And I think basically what they do is they go into their burrows and they seal their burrows to protect themselves from the floods caused by these heavy rains. Now, obviously, we're not gonna create floods here, but we do want to give them the opportunity to be able to have a more humid environment if they so wish, but also a drier spot. So I'm basically going to make a gradient of high humidity, more moist environment where the plant and the moss is going to be, and then the drier environment on the other side. I think that's quite good. So there you go. Here we have this is another crispy wave fern. Basically, it's a little bit bigger, so you can see where it gets its name, crispy wave. So, Gav, I should talk about where I'm getting these plants from, shouldn't I? Really?
You should do.
So yeah. So there's a little shop in Morley. They've been around for quite some time, but they've just recently moved into some premises down Morley, basically just down the road from Morrison's, if you know the area, on the high street, just right at the bottom of the high street. And that is the Funky Cactus, guys. The Funky Cactus. Go check them out. They have an Etsy shop, and they also have a hard shop. They've got a Facebook page. So go check them out, guys. I think there is an official website coming soon. That's the Funky Cactus, guys. They're based in Morley, a local plant, cactus, and all things green shop. There you go, the Funky Cactus. Gav is showing them right now. So that is where I got my plants from. I got this crispy wave fern, the other crispy wave fern, and I've also bought a bunch of other plants for future builds. I'm going to be getting my plants from those guys. They are local to me. They're only 10 minutes away from here. I thought it would be nice to reach out, find a local business. I've heard nothing but good things about these guys. I went in to see them last week to buy a bunch of these plants, and honestly, I could have stayed there all day. We just had a really good chat, had a great chat with the owner. She was really, really nice, absolutely bursting with knowledge, and she was really passionate about what she was doing. So we had a really good chat. She was actually really thrilled about the idea of what I was doing. I talked about bugs, my plans for bioactive setup. She talked about plants, and we're going to work a little bit together on getting all the good stuff. So, Funky Cactus guys, you can order from them online. They do a lot of they can, if you speak to them and you want something specific, they can order stuff in for you. So that's the Funky Cactus. Honestly, if you are from Leeds or from Morley, Dewsbury, or that any kind of surrounding area, honestly, go check them out in Morley.
They do post out as well.
They do post out because yeah, they have that Etsy website. So
they also have a page on Facebook.
Yeah.
In the marketplace.
There you go. So, right, let's get this in, shall we? There we go. So, lovely. Lovely. Ah, so excited. She's going to love this. There you go. Steph knows them as well. In fact, it was Steph, Gav's better half, put me onto the Funky Cactus. So thank you, Steph. She says reasonable prices. Honestly, I can vouch for that. I got a really good price. I bought about 7 or 8. 7 or 8, I think I bought, and honestly, they were a really good price. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm actually a little bit gutted because I forgot to put the. She actually told me to drop the link in for the stream in their group, in case anybody wanted to check out what I was doing with their plants, and I completely forgot. So guys from the Funky Cactus, if you're watching this on the rerun, I am gonna drop this link in there at some point, and if you watch this on the rerun, honestly, I'm really sorry. I forgot to put the link in and let you guys know that this was happening. So anyway, if you're watching this on the rerun, I hope you aren't too disappointed with my technique and ability at planting your lovely plants. I hope I do them a good service, and yeah, so there you go. I just want to say again, thank you guys. Honestly, I came down. I must have been there a good 20 minutes to half an hour. We could have talked all day. We were talking bugs. We were talking about projects I'd got in mind, all this stuff. She was talking about, how she could get in plants that I might want for specific builds. She was dead excited about what I was doing, so I feel a bit guilty now that I forgot to put the link in, because I'm not saying she would have been here, but
like I say, Steph's dropping link in now.
Dropping it in there now. Cool. Thanks, Steph. So there we go. It's in. Just going to build that up. I'm just going to build up the substrate around it a little bit more. Put a little bit more in a minute. I just want your opinion, guys. I want your opinion. Do you think? What do we reckon? Do we think there's room for another plant? Bear in mind, I'm going to put some moss down here just to keep this side moist. And I was wondering whether or not to have another plant.
You're frozen. You're proper frozen. He's proper frozen. So yeah, we can't rave enough about Funky Cactus. They really are a good shop. Nice people. Yeah, he will be doing that, Peter. It's bad weather that we've had. Seems to have knocked something out. So internet keeps playing up all over the place. Easy, yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
So sorry,
Wi-Fi.
guys. You what? Sorry.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm really, really sorry, guys. I just need to get the other camera sorted out. You're just gonna have to bear with me. I'm so sorry. Ever since the storm, I've been struggling with good internet. I'm really, really sorry. It's really, really naff right now. There we go. Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
I did it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, Peter, I've not had to link it back to the house this time. I can only apologise, everyone. Ever since we had the really bad storms last week, my internet has just been a little bit ropey, keeps dropping in and out. So I'm very, very sorry. But I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So here we go. Right, what was I saying, Gav? What was I saying? I was trying to get people's opinion as to whether or not I should put another plant in. I've got.
Yeah.
You think I should?
No, green. That's where you were at. Oh, it's bloody frozen again.
Oh man, I'm so
Hey up.
sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm really, really sorry. This is so unprofessional, but unfortunately, this is the nature of streaming. I just hope it doesn't die on me altogether. No, we better just crack on, haven't we? Because who knows?
Yeah.
Anything could happen. So, what do you reckon, Gav? Another plant or what?
Yeah, I reckon one down at this front.
So, I don't know what I've done with that other plant. I had another plant ready somewhere. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right, I've got another plant. I've got another plant. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? This one, Gav?
Yeah. It just had some almost in front of where Hyde will be to give her a bit of.
Yeah, in front of the hive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put the hide here at the back, and then I'm going to put this. I'm going to plant another plant here at the front, then in front of it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the hide in first. I might just put a little bit more. I know what I'll do. I'll back up. I'll create my little space. Right. I've decided, under Gav's advisement, I'm going to put another plant in. Now, I don't actually know what this plant is, I'll be honest. And you know what? I don't actually know what the lady's name is at the Funky Cactus.
Nicola.
Nicola. Nice one, dude. So Nicola, who I was speaking to at the Funky Cactus, she actually got this in her box when she got her order, and she said she didn't know what it was. So
that could be azalea.
I'm not a plant person. So if anybody knows, well, I trust what
I'm
you're saying.
almost certain that that's azalea.
So if anybody knows what that is, yeah.
Azalea, I think.
There we go. Look. Azalea.
Yeah. It could be. It's something like that.
I'll see you, Greg. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Now, I know you said you probably weren't staying long, but you've stayed for a good hour or so. So thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate it. There we go. Azalea, I think, according to Gav.
I don't think. Trying to work out what it
He
was.
doesn't know. So basically, if anybody knows what this is, drop me a message, put it in the comments below. I'll be really grateful. But basically, that's what's going in here now. So I'm going to put the hide at the back. Nice piece of cork bark in here, man. For her. Got a lovely piece of cork bark in here. Da, da, da. Right. So I'm going to put this piece of cork bark in first. Look at that. That's nice. Nice piece, isn't it? That's perfect for her.
Yep.
I'm going to whack that in at the back. Just there we go. There we go. Lovely. So I'll just scoop that out a little bit, put that up the sides, just to fill that in a little bit. Right. And then I'm going to put this plant here, just offset at the corner of the hide. Right then, guys, let's do this. I'm going to plant the next plant. Did you find out what it was, Gav?
Still working on it.
Still working on it. I've got me expert, my botanist on the job. But it's a lovely little thing. It's a lovely little thing. I'm going to put it right there.
No, Stephanie, there's no.
Look at that. Bob on that. So,
I'm sure I've got it written down.
there we go, guys. Just going to build up the substrate a little bit more. Put a little bit more substrate in. I've got to put my beasties in. So I'm just going to put the... so again, this is going to be full bioactive. So not only is it going to have the plants, it's going to have the springtails and the white dwarf woodlice. Right. Let's do this. Let's get these springtails in. And then I'm going to just build up the substrate around the... around this plant at the front and the back. Oh, look at those lovely springtails in there, man. So just bear with me while I do this, guys. Let's see if I can open up that front, that top, so you can see a little bit what I'm doing as well from the top. So I'm just putting the springtails in now. Plenty of those chucked in. Put that over the. I just hope she doesn't destroy this thing, man. You know.
It is what it is, isn't it?
I hope she's very kind and gentle to it. So I'm just packing up the substrate now around the plants with all the dwarf whites or white dwarfs or however you want to say it. There we go. Lovely. Right. We'll put a little bit more substrate at the front.
Aurelia.
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 Right. So we'll just pat that down. So it's really, really coming together now, man. Honestly, it's really, really come together. Sorry, I was a little bit phased out there, guys, because I've just been quite busy. But there we go. There we go, guys. Right, so can you see it all right, guys? Is there enough light in there?
Yeah.
Not quite.
Not with your hand over the top.
I know what I need to do. I need to just get another light on, just so you can see inside the front, because I think it's a bit dark in there. I'm just going to pop another light on. Is that better?
Yep.
There we go. What do you reckon, guys? There we go. That's better. Right. It's a bit bright on my face, but that's all right. So there we go. Woo! Got the nice hide there, look. I've dug it out a little bit at just inside the hide, not too much, so she can go in there if she wants. We've got the what we now know is an Aurelia here at the front. This one here. Lovely that is, look at that. And then we've got the crispy wave fern at the back, looking mighty fine. Mighty fine indeed. What do you reckon? I love it.
Looking good. Needs a tea now.
It needs a tea now. What it needs really right now is it needs a bit more. It needs a bit of moss. I'm going to put a little bit of moss just at the front, around the on this side, just around the plant, just to increase. So there's a nice little humid side to the enclosure. What do you reckon? Are we doing a giveaway, Gav?
Yeah. What you wanting? You naming the teas?
Yeah, we're going to name the teas. So
Name the teas.
Name the teas. Now I know we did that. We should run that giveaway, shouldn't we? From the one that we did before, naming the Lacina. Because people put in that one, man.
Yeah.
Did you find a? I forgot to send you the link for that randomizer, didn't I?
Yeah. Just a minute. I think it's froze again. It's frozen again, honey? Oh, Mitch, where art thou? No. Caroline.
Okay. That Lucina male's calling. Can you hear him? Oh dear. Right. I'm nearly done. Just adding a little bit of moss. I'm so sorry. Yes, go on. Give its license to take the mickey. Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm gonna now just give the plants a good dousing. Okay, there it is, guys. There it is. I think I'm done. I think that'll do, right? There we go. So I've got
Looks bob on that.
bob on. I've got some moss down this side that I'm going to keep moist generally at all times, because the fern does like quite high humidity as far as I can tell. Yeah, what's the other one called? Athena. What's the other one called?
What's that?
I've forgotten the name of that other plant already.
Aurelia or
Aurelia. Aurelia, like Marcus Aurelius.
yep.
Right, there we go, guys. Anyway, it's done. I've left the top bit above there Blair, so she can. I'm going to put a water dish there, I think. So basically, I am now going to just give them a little bit of water. Going to give the plants a good dousing. I'm seriously having doubts about doing Play Your Cards Right on Saturday if the internet's going to be like this. Right, guys, I'm giving the plants a really good dousing.
Let it go. Let it go. Yes,
Gav,
no
can you do
white
me a favour while
anymore.
I'm doing the Gav, can you do me a favour? Can you find a randomizer we can use for the YouTube?
For that.
Yeah.
Well, I won't be able to.
You what? Sorry.
I won't be able to because it's your channel.
You just get the randomizer and you copy and paste the link from the video you want to do the randomizer for. All right, I'll do it. It's all right. Don't worry, I'll do it. So guys, I'm basically giving the plants a really, really, really good watering, and I think I'm done. There we go. Right. There we have it. Gav has disappeared, but there we go, guys. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? So we've got 2 plants in there now. We've got the corkbark hide, and I'm really, really happy with that. So basically, what we're going to do now is we need to do the rehouse. But Gav's away at the moment, so what we want to do is, I'm just going to mention now, we're going to name the two sazimais. We're going to name the male and we're going to name the female. But it's going to be a competition name. Basically, what I want you to do is in the comments of this video, not in the chat, in the comments of the video once this is finished, or you can go now into the comments of the video, not in the chat, comments of the video in YouTube. I want you to, there's a hashtag name the blues. You have to hashtag name the blues and then put in the names that you want to name, the male and the female sazimai. And then in the next live stream, I will do a randomized check and somebody will win a prize. So you get to win a prize. I don't know what that prize is going to be yet, but it will be awesome, of course. And basically, what you need to do is go into the comments of the video in YouTube, not in the chat, outside of the chat, in the video of the YouTube, and you need to hashtag name the blues, and then you want to name the sazimais. And then in the next live stream, I'll do a randomizer and I will pick a winner. And not only will you win a prize, you will also win bragging rights of naming the Unseen Universe breeding pair of sazimai. So there you go. Okay. So, thanks guys. Thanks Jeremy. Thanks Peter. I'm glad you like them. Right then. Let's do this rehouse, shall we? I don't know where Gab's gone, so I'm going to have to just crack on before my internet dies completely. So.
Gav's still here. He's just looking for a random comment picker.
There you go. Ooh. Sazimai boys out and about still. Right, guys, going to do exactly the same as what I did before. This one's a little bit more tricky because it's a huge enclosure. Just going to move that. I will, Andy. Yes, mate. I've got. I'll have all these enclosures, mate. I've got all the sizes. I've got these extra large, like 30 by 30 by 30s. I've got cubes, 20 by 20 by 20, and then I've also got arboreals, 20 by 20 by 30, 10 by 10 by 15, and I think another size as well. I'm not sure. So yeah, I've got all the sizes, man. Right. Oh, just bear with me a minute, guys. I'm going to tip it up like I did before to do the rehouse. There we go. I think I'm ready. So, we are ready. Right, Gav, if you're there, I'm going to do the rehouse. Get the catch cup. Get the card. Have a little sweet. Right, guys. Let's do the rehouse. No, Andy. I don't have that species anymore, mate. Sorry. So, this female is actually a lot more blue than the... you can't really see it properly. But she does have a little bit more blue, like a purpley haze to her, compared to the male. She nearly went. So, let's just get her in the catch cup. Yeah, she's not happy. There we go. She's all right now. She's all right now. She's in. She's in the cup. Get the old brush. Try and turn around a little bit. Just turning around, nice and steady. There we go. Just walking in nice and calm. There we go. Just going to shut the door because she is looking a little bit feisty. So we'll just shut that door on her straight away. Anyway, she's in. She is in. There she is. Look. There she is. That's two. 2 for 2.
Shall I run that thing now?
Shall we do it? Have you got it all ready?
Yep.
You got the randomizer. You got it ready. Right then. So I'm just going to. Right. Basically, we have a competition to run, and basically this is for the Name the Lesina competition. Now, I do have some news about the Lesina, which I will mention in a minute. But first, as promised, I asked people to put in the comments of the Lesina rehousing video as to what they thought they wanted to name the Lesina pair, and also obviously win a prize. So a few people played along, put their comments in. I think, what was the hashtag there, Gav?
Name the critters, I think.
I think it was hashtag name the critters. I know there was like 3 or 4 of you that commented and named those critters. So Gav's going to run the randomizer now. So let's do that, guys. Let's see who's won. It's our Claire. Claire, woo! Claire from Aruna Exotics. I don't know if you're still in the chat, Claire, but I know Claire. I will message her. I know she's always around. She's a real sport. She comes and says hello all the time. She's always in the chats. So that's our Claire at Aruna Exotics. Congratulations, Claire. You have won something. Now, I don't think I've decided what she was going to win. So I think I'm going to give another one of those Kaylee Taylor Art tote bags. Let's do it. There you go. Kaylee Taylor Art tote bag. That is what you have won. Claire, congratulations. I will get in touch with Kaylee and Andy. So that is Kaylee Taylor Art. Honestly, she is so talented. She's got a YouTube channel. She's got I think she's on Instagram, a Facebook page. She does all kinds of like digital art, digital design, and all that cool stuff. And she's honestly, go check her YouTube channel out. She's got loads of cool animations, a lot of which I think were inspired by her joining in our streams and being here with us. I don't think Andy and Kaylee have been here tonight, which is a shame. You have been missed, guys.
Andy's been here.
Andy's dropped in, has he? I must have missed him. So there you go. That's basically the tote bag. Claire from Aruna Exotics, you have won that. And now, basically, I have to give you the bad news, guys. Unfortunately, and honestly, I'm
Back in
absolutely
2 minutes, Mitch.
okay. I'm absolutely gutted about this, guys. Unfortunately, my female Lesina has passed away. I'm absolutely distraught. I don't know what happened. She seemed really fine. She was eating, and then she just passed away, and I'm absolutely devastated. Really, honestly, I've not been this upset by a critter dying on me for a long time, and I was really good. I think it's because I made I went with the whole banana plant rehousing. We did the whole stream, and then we did the rehousing stream, and we all got involved, and we were just so excited about this breeding project. And unfortunately, the female died last week, and I honestly have no idea what happened. I'm absolutely gutted, absolutely gutted. Honestly, I was so upset. So I'm still really gutted as well. I am honestly. Um, like I say, as a breeder of like many years of various inverts, I used to get a lot more upset about losing stuff, and then as the years go by, you start getting less and less attached. You just start putting it down to it's just one of those things, and these things happen. And but honestly, it's when you don't have a clue what happened. Really, I think the problem is that I bought them as adults from the spider shop, and obviously when Lee gets them in, we have no idea how old these adults are, and I think she may have already laid all her eggs, and then she's been collected, brought to us. I took her, and then she just didn't really have that much time left, unfortunately. So anything could have happened. You never know how old they're going to be. She may have already, like I say, laid loads of eggs in the wild and then got collected. And she lived out her last few weeks with me. I mean, so I take comfort in the fact that we made a really nice enclosure for her. We had the whole banana plant going on, and we made a really nice build for her. So she had a nice little life towards the end, but she passed away. I'm absolutely gutted. So I'm sorry, there will not be a follow-up video to the Lesina breeding project.
They had a
Devastated.
nice day at Sunnyview.
You are, dude.
They had a nice day at Sunnyview.
Yeah, exactly. We rehoused her. We put her in the deluxe accommodation, and she lived out her life. In relative freedom and happiness. Hopefully, let's go with that, shall we? So yeah, I'm totally gutted, and I'm gutted for you guys who are excited to see the breeding project. Honestly, I've got real big plans for them. So, but anyway, life moves on. I'm going to keep the banana plant in the vivarium, and I think I'm going to keep a lookout for something else we can put in there and maybe do another breeding project. So don't worry. As one door closes and a light dims, another light is burst open through another door, and the opportunities and all that good stuff is going to come soon. So don't worry. We'll find something else to put in there. So yeah, so there you go. So unfortunately, we won't be naming the Lesinas. So, but thank you to everyone who entered that competition, and congratulations to Claire. You've won that tote bag. And you're going to get Andy's in the house right now. So I'll pass your details on to Andy. So thank you so much. Yeah, there you go. Daisy won one as well. I haven't actually seen Daisy for a while. She's not been in the streams. Um, so yeah, maybe she's touting enclosures for other people. Who knows what's going on? Sorry, that's an in joke. Anyway, no, Daisy's quite nice. She's a nice friend. So is Claire. So I'm really pleased that you two guys have won. So Andy will get in touch with you guys, and we'll move on. So what we're going to do is, I think we've already established people need to be. We're going to have another competition. We are going to name the sazimais. I can almost put the shed on the fact that neither of these sazimais are going to die anytime soon. Obviously, anything can happen. You never know. But we're going to name the sazimai pair. What I need you to do is, like I've said before, go into the comments in the video of YouTube. The YouTube video itself, not the chat. In the video comments on YouTube. Write down hashtag, what is it, Gav?
It was up. I'm just checking it off on her. Name the blues. Hashtag name the blues.
Can you put it up on screen? Cheers, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Hashtag name those blues. Name the blues. There you go. Hashtag name the blues. Put it in the comments and you will win a prize if your name is randomized and picked out in the next live stream. It won't be this weekend because we're playing Play Your Cards Right this weekend, but the following week I'll be doing another rebuild. I'm going to do another rehousing next week, and I'm going to do another bioactive full rehouse. So we'll look out for that, guys. So I'm going to run the draw and you will win a prize, and whoever wins, their names, the names that they picked for the 2 sazimais are going to go, and that is what we're going to call them. So don't forget, name the blues and then the names of what you want for the sazimais. Put it in the comments of the YouTube channel. So that's all that stuff done. Basically, we have finished. We've done it. We've done it, Gav. I think they look bob on, I do.
They do.
I'm very, very excited about how these guys look. I'm just going to tidy up a little bit, and then I'm just looking for the male's having a really good look around his enclosure, so that's good. Right, I just need to right. Who wants to see these sazimai up close and personal? You know what that means? It only means one thing. Sorry, I'm desperately trying to tidy up a little bit. I'm just going to put this back on here because I want to just show off this enclosure again. So there we go, guys. There we go. Look at that. And she's right there. Look at the front. You can just see her. Look. She's right here. So there we go. You got it, Jeremy. You got it, my friend. Look at my beautiful enclosure. I'm so happy. I hope you like it, guys. I hope you like it. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that bad boy. I think it looks spot on. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to push that forward. And critter camp, still haven't learned any words. You know what I've got to do? I've got to open up another majiggy. Just bear with me a minute, guys, because I've got to bring critter camp up. Enter studio. We are in. Critter Cam is in the house. No, it's not. Hang on a minute. Remove. I might have to change the lens, you know, because this macro lens is a bit too much for these guys, because now I am going to open the door just to see how we get on. A little bit dark. So this is the female that we've just rehoused. I'm going to see if I can get the light a bit better. It's a bit better. So there we go. Oops. Are you messing with my camera views, Gav? There we go. So you can just see, you can just see a little bit of like violet coloration on her legs. Look, she's not. Honestly, she's very, very beautiful, but she's also really quite dull in terms of her coloration. She's got very little, but she's got some. You know, on her legs, you can just see. You can just see that purple of the violets, the violet blue, coming up on her legs. Look. So her body, I can actually see that she's got quite purpley violet chelicerae, but you can't see them from this angle. But you can see it on her legs. She's on the move a little bit. So look, when the light catches her, look, you can see those really, really beautiful colours. Look, check it out. She's actually covered in a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't really know what it is. Oh, there you go. Look, she's doing us a solid. There you go. Look, you can just see that those violets and colours. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. No what about the can deny.
Don't know what all that, all those orange flecks and stuff are. I know it's
A
just
bit loose cocoa fibre, whatever, from
the,
old enclosure.
So there you go. She's moving around. Let me see if I can drop this down a little bit. Just moved into a slightly not so good position, but we'll have a quick look at her butt. So there you go. Look, you can see her just leaving those little strings of web just as anchorage points and supports. So she's gone over. She's having a little explore. Just bear with me. I just need to. Just gone over. Just gone over to the other side. All the way around. Going out of the way. Bear with me a minute, guys. She is, look, she's just hanging out. She's just deciding what to do. Yeah, she's a bit camera shy, isn't she? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just I'm going to let her just chill for a minute. She's not in the best position. Let's have a look, see what this male's up to. Male's having a nice little rummage around. Right, bear with me, guys, because I'm just trying to get a. There's the male. At the moment, I'm just shooting through the acrylic, so it's not the best shot. There's the male. So he doesn't have any blue or coloration going on. But he's just all black and grey.
Catch you later, Jeremy.
See you later, Jeremy. Sorry, the cam footage is not great tonight. It's struggling a little bit with them, to be honest. So there's the male. Just though those. I think he would normally have more hairs than that. Do you think he's looking a bit bald?
No, it's because of how dark he is.
Yeah.
See, as you can see, they're quite orange as well, so they're quite faded out. They'll be red once he's molted.
Them hairs just ready to go, man. Can you hear that male Lucina?
Yeah.
Those beautiful hairs, man. Look at those. Absolutely stunning. There he is. Yeah, he's got there's some really gorgeous looking, like, look at the red flecks of hair on his front legs. Look. I mean, he's almost completely black. Yeah, look at those red spots, those red areas, look.
Yeah. That'll be his actual leg itself, I'd have thought.
Yeah.
The actual exoskeleton as opposed to the
Maybe. Well, that
hair.
also could potentially be another sign that he's ready to molt. You know, because you can see his exoskeleton starting to come away a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens with the black patch that's on the backside.
Yeah.
And that's why it goes so black, because it's the old exoskeleton pulling
Yeah.
that thin, and then you can
Yeah.
start to see the colour underneath.
I love the orange hairs contrasted against the black. So there you go. There's the male look. Being very well behaved.
Thought we'd lost you again then.
There he is. Lovely. Right. I think that'll do. I'm just going to. Right. Yeah, he's just turned around to look at me. I don't know what the. I don't know where he's going. So there you go. I hope that was all right for you. I'm just going to have a quick look to see where this female is. She's just at the back. There, look.
Yeah.
You just see her there, look. So, there we have it, guys. 2 bioactive builds. Right there. I'm well chuffed with them. There we go, guys. Spot on. Very, very pleased with that. Let me just remove Critic Arm. So there we go. We've got. I'm not going to open that one because he's right at the front. So yeah, both done, both rehoused, full bioactive setups. So let's just recap, shall we? We've got full bioactive enclosures. We've got the large 30 by 30 by 30. This is what we've got. The female Pterinopelma sazimai, or the Brazilian blue, iridescent blue female, is in here, and we've got the male in the 20 by 20 by 20, and these are the Unseen Universe enclosures. Full bioactive setups. We've got a plant in here. Crispy wave, what is it? Crispy wave fern, that's it. Crispy wave fern in there, planted in there. Crispy wave fern planted in there. And then another one that I can't remember the name of.
Aurelia.
Aurelia in the front there as well. So there we go, guys. We've got fully planted bioactive setups. We've got some nice deep substrate going on at the front and the back so they can burrow if they wish. Corkbark hides. And in the substrate, we have got custodians. So we've got the cleanup crew, we've got the springtails, and the white dwarf woodlice. So there we go. Full bioactive setups. I'm very, very happy. I hope you like them. Listen, guys, if you've got any comments, if you want to just tell me about any plants, bioactive setups that you guys have got up to, let me know. Drop them in the comments. But also, don't forget to do the competition as well. We are naming the 2 sazimai. Basically, what you need to do is name them blues. Name the blues. Name the blues in the...
Name the blues.
Name the blues. Hashtag name the blues in the video, the YouTube video comments. Name the blues. Hashtag name the blues. The reason you've got to write hashtag name the blues is because that is what we are using to do the random generator in the next stream, and the winner will be picked. So hashtag name the blues in the comments of the YouTube video itself. And then you will put into the randomizer, and whatever you have put, hashtag name the blues, and then name the sazimais. Not only will you win a prize, but you will also win the bragging rights to have named the Unseen Universe breeding pair of sazimai. So there you go. Don't forget to do that, guys. I think I'm also gonna, you know what I'm gonna do, Gav? I'm also gonna like start posting on Facebook as well. I'm gonna start like kind of reminding people there as well. So Gav's got a prick. I'm guessing that's your Sphodomantis aurea. Yeah, I'm going to say yeah. So there you go. Okay.
Micro muted. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
We're trying to get my babies.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. So I hope you like them, guys. So again, if you're watching the rerun and you're interested in some plants like this, the Funky Cactus, they have an online shop, Etsy online shop, but they also are based in Morley on the high street, down by the bottom, just down from the park. So that's the Funky Cactus. Honestly, those guys are absolutely fantastic. Had a really, really good long chat with those guys, and they were really excited about what we were trying to do here, and they're going to follow with interest, and I'm really happy about that. So if you want to go check them out, the Funky Cactus, they have an online shop, but also if you're in the Leeds, Morley, Dewsbury area, anywhere around that area, get down there to their shop, show them some support. It's a local business. They've only just set up their shop, but they have been going for years. They used to be in the market, indoor market in Morley. Now they have a shop, the Funky Cactus. Go show them some love. They are absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much to you guys for supplying those plants for me. Look what I did. I hope you like them, guys. So there you go. So thank you to everyone. And also, like I said, anybody who is vaguely interested in doing bioactive setups, or if you've got loads of experience with bioactive setups, terrariums, planted, bioactive, all that good stuff, drop some notes in the comments, drop your links, show me who you are, come and have a chat. I'm just learning more and more about plants and stuff. I'm going to be doing all my bioactives are going to be here. I'm slowly working through all my breeding pairs. Not all of them. I don't have the space for big, huge setups like this. But I am going through a lot of my breeding pairs, and I'm going to be putting them in really nice enclosures like this, and I'm going to be live streaming them to you. So look out for those, guys. I'm aiming for 1 or 2, 1 every week if I can, 1 a fortnight at most, and then I'm going to do all the other stuff that I'm doing as well. So listen, guys, thank you so much to everyone who came on the live. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Honestly, it's been fantastic, and I've absolutely loved doing these builds. I hope you've enjoyed them too. I hope you like the look of these. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Gav, for everything that you've done, my friend. So that's Gav, my partner in crime. Impossible Inverts. If you don't know Gav, go check his YouTube channel out, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. He's everywhere.
I'm always doing something.
He's always doing something, so go check him out. He's uploading videos. It's honestly, go see his stuff. I'm going to do a little bit of a piece on Gav at some point and show you all the fantastic things that he does with his wood turning and everything else, all the inverts and all that. So, Impossible Inverts, my good friend Gavilar, looks after the show for me, keeps everybody, drops all the links, does all the good stuff behind the scenes. So thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate that. Okay, and thanks to Steph as well, obviously, Hall Monitor. So thank you to everyone else in the chat. Thanks for guys for joining in, and I hope to see you again in the next live stream. Don't forget, it's Play Your Cards Right on Saturday night, guys. I've got a full house. I've got everybody in. I've got 4 teams lined up. Look out for the links. I'm going to be posting links as of tomorrow, telling you where, when, how, what to do. It's Play Your Cards Right. It's something completely different. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really, really good fun. So thanks again to everyone for tuning in. If you watched the rerun, thank you so much, guys, for your time. I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm going to get going now. So thank you so much. Take care. I've been Mitch. This is Unseen Universe. I'll see you Saturday. Bye, guys.